What's up YouTube, it's Ravlar here and welcome back to another video. So this week I'm going to be doing 5 uploads each day of my from scratch progress in my challenge against Maikeru. So the challenge is whoever can make the most money at the end of the 5 days wins, and the loser has to eat a ghost pepper and record it and put it on YouTube. Now I personally fucking can't take spice at all, so if I lose this, I'm going to be in a lot of pain. So we're going to try our very best to not lose this challenge. But anyway guys, if you're new around here, feel free to drop a subscription and drop a like if you enjoyed the video. And Maikeru's channel is in the description, so go show him some love if you haven't already. But anyway guys, let's get right into today's video. So this is the bank in the current state. I've cleared it of pretty much everything apart from these items. So as you can see, I have some overloads here, and how I'm going to get access to them is we're going to have to pay for every potion that we use, and each holy overload is around 60k, each replenishment is around 12k, and each salve is around 110k. So every time I want to use one of these potions, instead of making them ourselves, I'm just going to deposit some money into the bank and use it from there. But anyway, this is what the bank looks like. The challenge is about to start, so prepare yourselves, motherfuckers. We can't take donations, by the way. The rules are... There are no rules. No, wait, there are rules. It's from scratch. You can't go staking. And, yeah.
It has to be solo.
It has to be solo. There is an overload shop because Maikeru is gay.
I have 200 mil Herblar and I have, like, 18,000 total overloads.
Exactly.
The sight of making an overload makes me want to cry.
But anyway, we begin. We begin, motherfuckers. We begin. So, first things first, I decided to go make some flasks in Uglog as a bit of starting GP. It's actually really good cash because you can sell them for quite a bit each, and it doesn't take that long, so that's what we did. So we just finished our flask runs, and here's a little tip for you guys. If you have been scratched or cleaned or whatever you want to call it, remember to check your bank, and you may have some lucky items from that goddamn Squeal of Fortune, which you can access straight away. And that's what I did, and we got ourselves our Armadillo legs and Bando's top, and a couple of weapons. I don't know if it'll be too useful, but it's nice to have anyway. So in Priv, I realised it was Traherne hour, and a really good source of starting GP is to do Harmed Ore, and you can do that by joining the FC Harmed Ore and hunting for Divine Rune Rocks, and that's exactly what I did. And even though there were only like 5 or 6 minutes left in the Tra hour, we managed to get some decent GP out of it. Another starting daily I did was I went to Codian and I asked him for some logs. After you complete the Elf Task 4, you can do this, and he gave me some Elder logs, which are awesome. It just takes one click and I got 80k from selling these later. I also reclaimed my Tyranwin Quiver, which is very nice for teleports and just a nice arrow slot item, I suppose. Next, I went to Garaggio Dungeon, which was a big mistake because I was hunting for a rune rock and I hopped for about 10-15 minutes and we didn't find anything. So in the end, I just took a shitty herb thing, which was really a waste of time and very inefficient. So yeah, I'm not sure if this was worth doing at all, but here we are. I also claimed some daily potato cactus as a quick little bit of cash. And after all this and a couple more activities, I decided to go to the GE and sell everything, and in total we had around 920k, which was a decent amount of starting cash, I suppose. After this, I did some shop runs for runes for Viswax, and I'm not sure this was worth doing, but yeah, we did it anyway. Anyway, after wasting some time doing some shop runs, we got some Viswax. We only got around 75. We sold it, and yeah, like it was quite a nice bit of GP, but I regret doing the shop runs. It's just not worth it on Mainscape. The time is not worth the GP, but the Viswax is 100% worth doing. I then went around game collecting some useful items, and yeah, this took a bit of time. And then I went to do some criminal bolt runs. Now, out of all of my decisions, this was a great shout because this is great GP per hour, even on Mainscape. Now, a little cheeky plug, I do have a guide on this. Oh dear, I'm plugging myself. But anyway, yeah, this is great. It worked out to be a lot of GP for me, and I ended up making these bolts into ruby bolts and then enchanting the ruby bolts. Now, I'm not sure that was actually worth the time, but doing the runs on its own is 100% worthwhile. Then I thought it was time to get some gear, and I went to my player own house and reclaimed an illuminated god book for around 120k, and this is pretty much going to be my pocket slot throughout the whole challenge, and it has great stats. So yeah, little cheeky tip, if you do have one of these already and you get cleaned, you can easily do it by coming to your player own house and getting one. So the next things I did was I went and got an RD cloak, which is a great cape for prayer and stats, and then I went and got my explorer's ring, and I went and bought full lunars, which is a few 100k, but definitely worth it, tier 60 power mage armor, and then I went and got my beloved sun spear. Sun spear is love, motherfucker. Sun spear is life, motherfucker. And another thing I know which is great GP per hour is doing farm runs, so I bought a shit ton of seeds, and yeah, I spent a lot of my cash on this, which was not very smart. I did not need to do that. I bought a few juju farming potions, and yeah, we were all set for farm runs when it comes around. I also spent a bit of GP buying some useful skill capes, which I think would pay itself off in the long run, so yeah, I think a worthy investment. And one awesome daily which everyone should be doing, and it takes a few seconds, is basically to use your Slayer cape to teleport to 2 different Slayer masters, buying out broad bolts, and then teleporting to GE and selling them for a nice bit of profit. Anyway, we spent enough time messing around with dailies, and we got ready to do my favourite activity in this game, and that was Vias. So I got set up, I bought myself a Holy Overload, some Super Restores, a couple of Weapon Poisons, some Alk Runes, and some really cheap food, by the way, guys. It's cooked Alligator. It sells for like 500 GP each, and it heals 1875, which is almost as much as a shark. So, yep, if you're on a budget, I highly recommend going for these. I also bought a few yak pouches, and we just chilled at Vias for an hour or so. So, partway through my Via hour, I did something only Ravlar could do, and that is, I accidentally alked my fucking lunar top while I was trying to alk a split bark body, but I accidentally equipped the split bark body and alked the lunar top, so fuckity fuck! But, it's all good, it's all good. So just after an hour spent at Vias, we ended up with around 3.5 mil. Not too bad, not too good, but a solid starting amount of cash. I think there are better money makers, so I probably won't be coming back to my beloved Via Watch anytime soon. So I then did a farm run, and yep, this is what we got. Man, doing farm runs is bank. They take like 3 or 4 minutes, and bruh, this is really good money if you're not into PVM, so I highly recommend doing that. This really helped my cash stack out, and yeah, we could move on. Next up, another great money maker, which is around 4 to 5 mil an hour, is doing Spiritual Warriors in the player-owned dungeon. So I needed some AFK, so I went there and yeah, finished that hour. Yep, got my cash stack nice and topped up, and yeah, we were ready to move on to better things. So next thing, which is essential, I pretty much went all out and bought a Maxcape for 2.6 mil or however much it is. But the rules that me and Maikeru have is that basically everything we buy will be treated at bought value. So at the end, at the price check, it's fine. It still counts as cash. So anyway, yep, Maxcape, self-explanatory, pretty much necessary for everything. I then got set up for Vindicta, bought a few replenishments, bought some Supreme Overload salves, and a Steel Titan, and yeah, we were ready to go, so the first bit of PVM began. Sadly, Vindicta wasn't kind. It trolled me with a couple of dormant anima core drops, and I realized I didn't have a Gothic staff, so I quickly went to the wilderness and got one. So yeah, this is awesome. I highly recommend that people don't have one get it. The spec is outstanding, it lowers the affinity, and it just hits like a truck anyway, so after you use Asphyx and Wild Magic, this is a great third threshold to use in your Sunshine rotation. Sadly, I used both Mani and Runic at Vindicta, and it did not show me any love. Sad times, man, sad times. Yeah, we got some decent normal drops though, so that kind of buffed our bank value, I suppose. Sad times! After this hour, my Morchella mushrooms, which I had planted, included them in my farm run, And yet again, man, the farm run profits, they're dice, dude. They're dice. If you can't make 6-7 mil an hour straight away, go ahead, do these. They're fun as well, to be honest. So now we had some cash. I thought a good investment would be a Masuta's War Spear, tier 82 melee weapon. And as we all know, melee is hench as fuck with that Zerk Deeps. And it bought for 6 mil. Now that's expensive because the GE mid is like 4.8. But anyway, we decided to gear out in melee, got some rock shell armor, and we went back to Vindicta. Vindicta, please show me some love, motherfucker. Please, please, please. And see how it went. So I used my Zerka aura and then a Helion reset, and we kept going. The kills were really good and smooth and fast. But no dice, man. No dice. Vindicta was showing us no love whatsoever. Come on, bruh. Come on. So partway into my Vindicta trip, I got some very sad news. Maikeru was at Nex, and he had just got a Torva plate body drop. Man just got a 25 mil drop, pretty much the second most valuable drop from Nex, and that just shot me in the dick, guys. That is gonna be so hard to come back from, but man, I'm gonna need some RNG, motherfuckers. I'm gonna need some RNG. Please, please. Jagex, I love you. I'm sorry about that rant video I made. I didn't mean it. Jagex, you're the best. Show me some love, please, Mod Mark. Please. But anyway, we continue. So, with around 40 minutes left, I was done with Vindicta. I did a farm run, and I just thought, I need to sit down, take some time to think about what we're going to do tomorrow properly. So I went to do Spiritual Warriors in the dungeon and reminisce on what it's been a day. I felt like I spent too much time doing some really not very profitable dailies, which I haven't shown, like buying stuff from shops, which really wasn't worth my time, but that's a lesson learned, and I won't be making that mistake again. But anyway, guys, at the end of day one, here is where we stand. We have around 2 mil in the cash stack, around 6 mil worth of a weapon, around 2.6 mil worth in a max cape, and I'd say around another mil or 2 mil in just random stuff. And yeah, it's not looking very good from a day one perspective. We made some mistakes, but we have learnt from them, and tomorrow I'm going to be far more direct. And remember, I will be live when this video comes out, so if you want to catch the challenge live, feel free to pop in, say hello, wish me some luck, because I'm going to need it. But yeah, anyway guys, I love Maikeru. We're good friends, by the way, in case anyone didn't know. And yeah, this is just for fun, but I don't want to eat that motherfucking pepper. But anyway, we're going to try our best to come back, send me some positive vibes. But for now, guys, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. To the outro.